Hey guys, it's Archon. Welcome to Marvel Monday. Today, I want to talk to you guys about the Test Center patch notes. So if you guys don't know, the Test Center in Marvel Heroes is just like the public test realm in Diablo or World of Warcraft or any other online game you might play, where they test out the upcoming patch. So they upload the patch that's going to be coming out onto a new server, and they let players test it. They play around with it, they find the bugs, they give their opinions, and that helps create the patch into the patch it's going to be once it's released. Now, I don't think we actually have a release date on this patch, but it's cool that we can finally test it out. And with the test center comes the patch notes. So these are the changes that they've made to the game with the test center and the things that you can go and test out if you want to download it. I read through the patch notes and there's some exciting things in here that I wanted to share with you. There'll be a link in the description if you want to read them all yourself, but a lot of the things I've covered in previous videos, so I just thought I'd go over some of the new things and the things that I found particularly exciting. The thing I'm actually most excited about, it might sound kind of dumb, but floating combat text. They haven't had this in the game yet. These are the numbers that pop up from the enemies when you hit them, showing you how much damage you do. I just feel like it makes you feel really powerful. It gives you some sense of how powerful your character is and what you're actually doing to the enemy, and I've really been waiting for this to be added to the game. They wanted to wait until they could redo the numbers so they looked more comic booky, and they said there were some issues where the damage numbers weren't actually accurate, but it looks like they have them working now. They say they're still going through a few iterations, so they're not where they want them to be, but they should be in the next patch. They say green is healing, red is damage, and yellow are critical hits. So I'm really excited to see that. I think it'll add a lot to the game. They also say there's some performance upgrades. It seems like in most of their patches, they've been making performance upgrades. A lot of players, including myself, have some performance issues while playing the game, so that's good to hear, although it seems unlikely that we'd be able to notice the upgrades in the test center, as the test center is inherently very buggy and problematic. But that's good to know that they're making more of those. Dots can now crit damage over time spells. They didn't used to be able to crit, now they can, which is good. So if you're stacking a lot of crit, your damage over time spells are still useful. If you've been keeping up with Marvel Hero news, you know that they're adding Eternity Splinters, which will replace random hero drops, so you can earn these Eternity Splinters and then actually go buy the hero you want instead of just hoping that it drops. A really cool change. I made a video about it already. But they've added the Eternity Splinter vendor to the game. Adam Warlock will be beside Gambit in each of the hubs, and he will sell heroes and retcon potions for Eternity Splinters. And also, he'll sell a random hero box that could contain any hero. So you can buy it for a certain amount of Eternity Splinters. I imagine substantially less than you would pay for the average hero, and then you'll get a random hero. So if you like that random hero thing, you can still get it. They don't know if they'll actually add that to the game, but it's on the test server so people can try it out. Also, crafting elements are stackable up to 10. Now 10 isn't very high, but players have been asking for crafting mats to stack forever now. Finally, they can stack on the test server. They're trying it out. Hopefully that makes it into the game. I imagine it will. Players, I'm sure, are going to be very excited about that. It gets so annoying, as you guys know if you've played the game, trying to organize all your crafting mats in that limited amount of space. Stacking up to 10 is a step in the right direction. I would love that they stacked up to 100, but that's going to be awesome. It's going to clear up a lot of space, make things a lot easier. There are a lot of other small changes there to items. You can read them yourselves if you want to by using the link below. Costume cores, they're making some cool changes here. They say all costume cores will have either a 25% item rarity boost or a 20% special item find boost. They say most players wanted one of those two things, and they didn't want to force players to choose between the item find and the extra power to their character. So regardless of what else is on the core, it'll always have one of those two stats, and then sometimes it'll also have additional features. I thought that was a really cool change. I think it's good to avoid making players make those decisions. Diablo 3 had the same issue with Magic Find on their gear, so they added the Paragon system so that you can max out your Magic Find, and essentially making Magic Find useless. It's just not a fun decision to make, in my opinion. Do I want to find more items, or do I want to be more powerful? So I think it's good that they're not forcing players to make that decision. Missions, they're adding some new missions to the game. They don't give a lot of detail, but they say they meant to add that originally in the game, but they ran out of time. They're being added now. PvP, not on the test center yet, but they say it will be in a few weeks. PvP is getting redone. They're adding a new type of PvP, two types I believe, and those will actually be in the next patch. Really exciting. One's supposed to be like a MOBA type, and the other one's supposed to be like a PvE mixed with PvP, like Alterac Valley and World of Warcraft. So I think those are going to be really cool. I'm really excited to see those, and I'll definitely be on the test center trying those out. They've redone Limbo. It sounds really promising, but I've already made a video covering all of those changes, so you can check that out if you want to. They're redoing a lot of heroes on the test server, but so far they've only added changes for 2 heroes. They've added a lot of changes for Wolverine. It looks like the biggest change is that they're completely getting rid of his damage synergies and just giving an overall damage boost to individual skills. It looks like they wanted to make all skills viable, and the damage synergies might have just been getting in the way. If you want to, you can read the post yourself and you can see the exact changes they're making to Wolverine. There's quite a few of them. Then with Hulk, they just increased his overall hit points by 20%, but they said that he's getting a lot of changes. Like all heroes, Hulk is training in the danger room and will emerge better, faster, and stronger in the near future. So we're going to have a lot of hero changes coming soon. I was really excited about this. Character sheet and damage rating. A lot of players have been asking for just a stat on the character sheet that shows how much damage is my character doing. Similar to Diablo 3, we wanted a number that just showed all the attack speed, crit chance, everything we're getting bonuses to damage. What is that doing to my actual damage? And now we have it. Now, just like Diablo 3 and other online RPGs that have a system like this, it's not going to be an accurate depiction of how much effective damage per second your character actually does. It just roughly shows you all the bonuses you're getting to your damage. Each skill will take that character sheet damage number and multiply it by that skill's damage rating, which determines how much damage it does. So faster skills might have a lower damage rating and get a smaller increase from bonus damage, while slower skills might get the full increase from the bonus damage. And they say they're actually going to be adding the damage rating multiplier to each of the powers tooltips at some point in the future, and I thought that was really cool. This is something I've wanted for Diablo 3's proc coefficients for a while now. I really like it when a game gives you all the information you need to do the math and figure out how much damage you're going to do with this skill versus that skill, and usually these hidden values like damage rating multipliers aren't shown to the players, and so players have to do endless testing if they really want to get an accurate number on how much damage a skill does. So way to go, Gazillion. I think that's going to be really cool. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Some exciting things going on to the test center and into the upcoming patch. I'm really excited to try it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll have another one for you soon.